Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. We're going to be doing some more economic outlook here, okay? Do we have a lot to talk about? It's been a while. We're back to earnings week. It's tech earnings week. That's all well and good. Now, I'm going to ask you guys to do something for me. Stop paying attention to the stock market, okay? Because bigger things are going on right now in the world. And it's well beyond the stock market. If you had the economy, right? And let me get bigger here. Hold on. If you had the economy, okay? Let's go. Okay, our macroeconomic economy, and it's this big. The stock market's maybe this, okay? You guys need to take a look and look at the bond market. Now, someone that I've been watching a lot lately that we should all be watching because he tells nothing but the truth, lets you know how it is, and does not care about your feelings. He really puts it down the nail how evil and disgusting central banks are, is Gregory Mannarino. We're going to talk about him later on. Anyways, so here we go. We look. 10-year Treasury note right now is 4.228%, around 4.23%. Earlier on Friday, it hit nearly 4.35. There's a bit of instability. Whatever. It's going up. It's going up at a fast pace. Now, I want to make this abundantly clear. The more this goes up, the closer we get to the worst financial crisis that you could even imagine. Because if these bonds go up that are massively inflated, the biggest bubble that you'll ever see in your life, massively inflated, if this bubble pops, we're talking about resource problems on a massive scale, credit freezes. No one's going to be able to pay off their debts. Because if the government's not going to be able to pay it off, no one is. And then a bunch of people that are leveraging money to buy bonds, if these bonds lose value, they get margin called, like what happened in England, and we'll be talking about that as well. Either way, you need to keep an eye on this 10-year Treasury note. The more it goes up and the faster it goes up, the worse this gets. This is a good indicator to look at because the relative strength of the dollar is a good index to look at as well. So the MMRI, if you can look down here, it's at an all-time high. And what is crazy is this is how Gregory Mannarino charts it out, is that 300 is extreme risk. And as soon as the MMRI hit 300, we were getting rumors from this Nick guy or whatever, or Fed President Dolly, that they're going to do the pivot, or they're going to do 50 basis points instead of 75, and the market went orgasmic, right? Like the market rallied like crazy because, oh my God, the Fed, which I don't understand. Can I get that? Like, can someone explain to me how pivoting and starting quantitative easing at 8.2% inflation is going to make people happy? Why does that make you want to buy stocks? I don't get it. That is horrible. That is not good for the economy whatsoever. Am I missing something here? Yeah, let's just turn the money printers on. 8.2% inflation. Like, you can't be serious. People are just so high on this money printing and this quantitative easing. And they have been for 14 years that they'll never get behind it. Whatever. Okay, what are we going to talk about now? Bidenstein and his oil. Look at this. Look at this joke of a headline. Ignore the analysts' misinformation oil slick. Biden is making real progress on energy. Biden needs to make real progress in a nursing home. Biden is the biggest joke of a president ever. Not to mention, if you watch Gregory Mannarino, you'll understand that the presidents don't even matter anyways. Some people like the Trump guy. It doesn't matter. The central bankers call the shots. The point is, this guy is a joke. And whatever, the elections, he wants to make more oil out there. So this is the thing. I would be looking at buying oil. I actually am looking at buying oil after the elections because from what it seems like, Biden is throwing a bunch of oil into the market to suppress the price so he wins the election. And what OPEC just did, cutting 2 million barrels per day to the U.S., and it seems like Saudi wants to join BRICS. It just seems like Russia and Saudi and all the BRICS countries are plotting to destroy the U.S. as the empire that it is, and definitely destroy the U.S. as the reserve currency of the world. So look into that. Look into buying oil because they're going to try and make it more expensive. The biggest oil cartel in the world is plotting against the U.S. So that's something to definitely look into. Buy some oil, guys. Commodities in general, I love. Look at this. So Bidenstein, ever since he got elected, has been depleting the oil reserves. And keep in mind that we are purposely in a war right now with Ukraine and Russia. And this is when these strategic petroleum reserves are supposed to be being used, is if there's war and we can't buy it from anywhere else. So we go to these reserves. And China's probably going to invade Taiwan too. It almost seems like, if you want my personal opinion, they're purposely starting a war so they have another excuse to print money. Because these central banks, they need to print money. And like I said, they're running the show. The Federal Reserve is like the most powerful institution in the world. And they're running the show. Oh, I want to print money here, I want to print money here. They need to print money. I think they're purposely starting a war to inflate. Inflate. All they want to do is inflate until your stupid fiat garbage currency is worth nothing. Right? Whatever. So I brought up the Bank of England earlier, right? The Bank of England. Oh my God. Okay. Listen to this joke too. Okay. Bank of England's hands aren't tied by emergency bond buys. So like I talked about earlier, this is a joke that you can't make this up. You really can't if you tried. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. So September 28th, UK 30-year gilt, or their bond yields, hit like 4.99%, basically 5%. In like a day, it jumped like 50 basis points or some crazy stuff, which is like red flag, emergency. Pension funds were getting margin called, which could easily happen in the U.S. And it's I think it's very likely to happen in Holland, as they're the most leveraged country, like pension fund wise. They're the most leveraged. Anyhow, oh my God. Okay, so they're saying over here, oh, it's nothing to worry about. So they are trying to look credible again with their quantitative tightening. They say they're going to begin set to start quantitative tightening on November 1st after market turmoil. Who knows? Maybe they could be right, because they went back to the tax hikes. Most of this started because of the tax cuts that Liz Truss put in place. But how much longer can this last with more quantitative tightening? We've barely raised interest rates. So we did it at a fast pace. But look, we're on the brink of a bond market collapse, which will be the demise. It's the demise of the financial system. This is how they can bring in their new financial system of their choosing. They will put you in the ground, and the only way you can get out is if you choose their solution. This is not done on accident. That's another thing. Do you think that this entire economic downturn is just stupidity? They're not that stupid, okay? They're not that stupid. They got to keep the Ponzi scheme going. They got to keep you and I poor, even though we're ahead of the curve. They have to keep you and I poor, so they get rich. It's all designed. You can't make this up. If you think that they're that stupid, you're stupid. And I mean that wholeheartedly. These people do not, I don't even know if they're people. These things do not care about you at all. They never have and they never will. What's next? You think they care about you? Come on. You can't make this up. You really can't. Whatever, man. Okay, I just talked about the UK 30-year gilt. This is bad, okay? This is bad. It's back down to 4%. You know, they're doing their buybacks and using the reverse repo system in the UK. I'm not too sure. I know they do that a lot here. But let's look at this chart, okay? A 1 month chart. Or, well, let's go to the 3 month chart of the 30-year gilt here. Look at this. 1 second. Does not want to work. Okay, well, let's look at the 1 month then. Whatever. So this is, okay, we got it. Okay, so it was like trending around 3.4. Queen died October 7th or October 8th or something. Was it? When did the Queen? I don't know. Something like that. Whatever. This happened after the Queen died, though. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. But look, it just spiked. This is bad news. If this happens in the U.S., expect a pivot. even though we're kind of getting hinted at a pivot already because we're only at 4.3%. But this is instability. This is massive sell-offs in liquidity in the bond market, and that will lead to the biggest financial, like, you'll wish it was 1929. You'll be praying like, God, I wish it was 1929, because this will 1929 would pale in comparison to a global bond market collapse, because there will be starvation, resource problems. You should have your freezer stocked up for this, because it's bound to happen. I mean, the entire debt-based economic model is a Ponzi scheme. That's it. And Ponzi schemes are always bound to end eventually. And when it ends, which it will be unbelievable. But here's the thing. The more they kick the can down the road, the more they let it go and let it go and let it go and let it go, when it comes, the worse it becomes. Like, you have to let it happen. This is what happened in 2008. 2008, it was happening. They didn't want it to go, so they just bailed out the banks, which is stupid, because from a psychological level, now people are over-leveraged to the bone, even worse than they were in 2008, over-leveraged, and their mindset is like, okay, if I fail, at least the government will bail me out. Why do we have that mindset? That is stupid. The economics works in a way where you got to have the healthy bankruptcy, the healthy recession, the healthy downturns in economy. If you're over leveraged and if you messed up, tough. Like, sucks for you, bud. But that's we're not gonna, this bailout mindset has led us to where we are right now, and it's unbelievably bad. It's unbelievably bad. And what's next? You guys want to say? We're going to look at technicals in a second. But you could look at this and say, oh, just bail them out, bail them out, bail them out. We're already at 8.2% inflation. If we start these bailouts soon, which we're going to need to if you want to save this recession from happening, it's going to be unbelievable inflation, and your garbage fiat currency is going to be worthless soon. But anyways, I'm going to look at some technicals here. So this is the Dow Jones. Short term, I could see the market going up because it broke this trend line, So this trend line began when the sell-off began in mid-August. Sell-offs after that Jackson Hole speech I think that was this day. Could be wrong, I don't know. But it was like when the massive downturn began, and then we broke that trend line today. Now, if we keep going, because that could be a fake, obviously. If we keep going and it keeps rising, I think we could see a nice, what's it called? Bear market rally for maybe until the new year. So you'd have to draw a trend line from here to here to see like when it would stop, because there's no doubt in my mind we're not entering a bull market right now. There's no way. This is just another bear market rally. If even, it could be a fake, right? Because if you look at the S&P 500, it's not even close. Like, this is the trend line there. The yellow line is the 50-day moving average. The blue one is the 200. I would have to see not only the candles break this trend line, which, like I said, it's not even close, and I would also have to see this yellow line break through the blue one, right? So yeah, so don't really pay attention to the. I'm gonna copy Greg here. Dog shit wrapped in cat shit, wrapped in bird shit, wrapped in monkey shit. Stock market. Look at the debt market. Look at the bond market. That is where your real information is, and that is where you'll know. Look, man, this is beyond money. This is beyond your meager profits, because these guys are printing trillions. So you making 20,000 or 10,000 doesn't matter when these guys are just printing. We're slaves, okay? That's all it is. You gotta look at human life here. We need to revolt. A revolution is necessary. If you want to stop this, if you want to live a free life like we once used to, we have to stop this, because this is insanity. This is corporate America at work here. These people have gone so greedy, that so thirsty for money and power, that they're going to unbelievable strengths, fake pandemics, forced wars. You can't make this up. What's this? Oh my god, there's a new variant. They want you to pay attention to the new variant, XBB. Fuck out of here, man. Oh, you can't make this up. You can't. If this video gets taken down, it's because of XBB, the new fake variant. Whatever, guys. I love you guys. Oh my God. Look, we must revolt. It's the only way, okay? A revolution. It must be televised, and we gotta save humanity, okay? All the men, if you're a man watching this, and this is not concerning you, and this doesn't feel like an emergency, you're a joke of a man. You should come to me, come to Gregory Manarino's channel, learn what's going on, and we need to revolt. This is the only way. The revolution is the only way. We must unite. I don't care if you're black, Muslim, Asian, gay, bisexual. I don't care. We all unite as humans and tell these bankers who we are. Because they need us. We don't need them. But they're just using us as slaves because they have programmed you guys to be absolute dummies. Me too. But guess what? We can get ourselves out of that program. We get out of the matrix. Realize what's going on in revolt. I love you guys. You're all beautiful. Let's kill these bankers.